Not very prepared. It doesn't matter. They aren't gonna. Not so much anymore.
Really?
No, I mean maybe on like I don't know if the terms of services on Twitch if you're not legal in your state probably, but I mean literally half my fucking videos would be coughing. So.
No, I didn't actually plug anything in.
That's fine. And then I actually want to move this light a little more.
It's so dark.
Is that better? Or not even? Is it?
For this part here.
For me, it still says just RuneScape things. If you didn't change your title, but that's okay.
I swear I did. Well, refresh it. I don't know if you refreshed it.
I did refresh it. It still says just RuneScape things.
That's weird. I'm gonna change it through my Twitch app on my phone. I updated my info.
There you go. It changed.
Alright, so you need your hard drives in here though.
Hard drive. Oh, I guess this is gonna be a video. Should at least explain to everybody or anybody who's gonna watch that right now we're working on two PCs. One is his personal PC, mine is the other. The first one we're working on is his PC. And what we're doing is we're trying to figure out his issue that he's having with, it seems like a graphics card / hard drive issue. And right now what we're doing is we're going to see if my new power supply that I just ordered is going to work with his system. And also he returned his new graphics card. We're using his old one to make sure there's no issues that's going to arise when we get it all together this time around.
This is actually an old graphics card too, actually.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's your old one that you used beforehand, right?
Yes.
Is this the 250 or 240? I love that hard drives are so small these days.
Those are ready to go.
I like these really light blue cables too. Just need the one. Did you plug in your other hard drive? Your one.
No.
You need yours to plug yours in. This is just for using to get Windows going. So.
Okay.
And then you're gonna need one. I'll use this one. Light from the other side.
Yeah, I got it though. Oh no, I can't use that.
Here.
Thank you.
Yeah. Light power. And the last thing he's doing here is just plugging in. Did you plug in your hard drive or you just plug in the optical drive?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, hard drive. Got it?
Yeah.
So you did a check, you made sure everything, your 12 volt rails plugged in, the 20 pin connectors all plugged in good. Your 6, your 8 in there.
Everything should be plugged in.
It looks pretty good. And this is your other spare hard drive, right?
Yeah, that's not. I don't think that's plugged in.
You think this is not the issue one? The issue one is the terabyte solid state.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now you get the power cord. And so how are we
Do you
gonna
have
do
something to
this?
ground to,
What's up?
Derek?
What's
Do you
up?
have something to ground to?
No, not really.
Do you have a rubber band?
Nah, not that I can think of. No. I mean,
Here's hoping, right?
yeah. Here's the hope. I mean, right here, dude. Behind you. There it is. So, but how are we gonna do this though? Should I? Well,
You need a TV to post on.
That one.
Right.
But what I can, like I said, I can plug this in and at least turn the camera up to point it at the TV as it's on. But here, let's see it's on. Go here. The only thing I don't have is another Ethernet cable to have that on the internet as well. So when we test it, that's going to be offline.
I mean, you could just turn it on and see if it beeps.
Oh, that's right. Oh yeah, that's the whole point. But we also wanted to test the game. He wanted to also limit test his game though too, to be sure.
Right.
I think.
I mean, that's later, in my opinion.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, yeah, but like I said, before you just took back that graphics card with my hard drives and on that system, your computer's running fine.
Mm-hmm.
Just the beeps.
Right.
The beeps and the boops. Well. You like this? Hey, you can actually see the TV right there in the corner.
Okay.
And what I'll do, don't even need this up. All right. Everything seated and secured, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? All right.
I'd say so.
Let's see if this bad boy works.
I tried to offer you wood there. Stand on.
Wood?
Yeah.
That's all right. Offered me wood. It's all right. I don't need wood.
It'll help though. You got all carpet.
It's okay. So now, power on. Okay, nice click. Heard the clicky.
Which means that it has power, so
That's the power
it's already solved.
for my
that
power
has
supply.
power.
So my power supply is working. That's thumbs
I've
up.
seen the click on
Thumbs
the
up.
motherboard. Is it glowing already too?
Where
No, but it
be?
will when it.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
but it actually didn't turn on. Oh.
Did you plug in the 12-volt rail? Oh, there it goes. You just gotta get these out the way.
Yes, thank you.
That one's kind of the way it's. Damn it. Okay, well, it's not touching right now. It's not gonna touch it.
I'll just do that.
But so far, it's turned on. Now look under here.
Well, you're gonna have to put your finger here then. Don't let it touch it.
It's not gonna touch the edges of the raised part of that fan is stopping it. So your fan's just stopped on your GPU. Did I turn it off the TV or turn it on? Oh, I should probably plug it in, eh? Ha! There we go. Got it plugged in. What to do? Alright, now turn it on. So the fans were spinning. I didn't exactly get to see anything that just happened as it turned on.
It's alright, it probably went to select the boot menu thing.
Well, if it... Your fans and everything's running.
Hit the reset.
Which one's your reset?
Just up top. Because it just stopped. Everything stopped.
Yeah, everything is stopping. What the fuck is it?
Alright. Now let's see.
Alright, reset the computer again. There's the beep to start up. Alright, got picture. Recovery, your needs to be repaired. Your PC device needs to be repaired. Enter recovery environments. Press enter to try again. Press F1 to try enter recovery environment. I need my fucking keyboard plugged in. A spare keyboard.
And a mouse.
So now that's popping up. What would that be? Graphics card?
I don't know.
I wouldn't know yet, but
Why did it stop? That's what I'm curious.
in general,
Yeah.
I was new too.
the way it stopped like that while it was still powered on.
Yeah.
Because you saw how it was last time.
Yes, I know. That's 3 different iterations now. That's 3 different iterations. The power supply is working though.
Feel it. Feel the power supply. See if it's
Hello,
hot.
Scoops. Welcome to the stream. What were you saying, bud? And look, it just stopped it again. No, I think it's stopping like that because for one, I didn't have the picture going yet to show you that I didn't choose the option for the boot menu or the boot options. So it shuts itself off. You know what I mean?
Is it completely off right now, or is it still
Yes.
going?
No, there's no lights, nothing. It completely shut off.
Okay.
You got stream chat.
I'm doing great, man. Just a little frustrated, bro. Me and my buddy are working on fixing this computer, our computers. How you doing? All right, so we're gonna try to turn this back on again. Now I got my spare keyboard plugged in. All right, it's on beep. So, okay, it needs to be repaired. So, F1 is to get to the repair. All right, so it just restarted itself, pressing the F1 to enter repair. If it pops back up the start menu, I'm gonna go to BIOS. Delete. Damn it. F8 startup settings. I'm not
This
getting-
says you. This says if the needed system files are missing or corrupted, the boot configuration file BCD is corrupted or missing some required information,
Watch.
or you accidentally set the wrong partition as active.
So,
Okay, what-
from
say what
what you
error
just
it is?
said, and from the issues he's been having on his hard drive, let me unplug his hard drive and keep my Windows version on my 240 hard drive on and see if it just loads up. Because if that's the case, you have a
Right.
corrupted hard drive.
Right.
And he's
And I think that's totally plausible. Absolutely.
all right. And Scoop says I'm good. I'm crying from laughter a minute ago, so I'm trying to stay calm. I'm thinking of getting a few PC upgrades. What kind of PC are you running? List me the specs right now. I want to know. I get fucking mad boners for this shit. So yeah, what we're doing is unplugging your hard drive. We're gonna turn this beast off. Do I just hold it, turn it off?
Yeah. Damn, I should have smoked a cig before you started.
Oh, hold it. Keep holding it.
Let's hit him.
Are you sure? Because it just restarted.
Just restarted. Yeah, you gotta hold it.
1, 2, 3.
Just wait. I got time to smoke a cig.
Go ahead.
Alright.
I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
later.
unplug your hard drive. Do you want me to continue going?
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah.
No?
I want to see if you can get it to turn on at least.
All right. Well, I'm gonna the only step I'm gonna do while you're smoking is hard drive.
Okay.
We'll go from there.
You got some
That's where I would start.
I'm going pretty good already.
Good, man.
That's funny. An 8350 or 8320 build. I'm very familiar with the AMD builds, and that 750, 8 gigs of RAM. Got it off a friend for $100. That's actually a great deal for that price.
Yeah, that's,
tell 'em
that's
about
a
that.
steal for sure.
What?
We can talk about that if you want. Give you something to do.
If you want to, or well,
I'll let you.
oh no, but yeah, an 8320. I usually run the 8350 Black Edition, but I don't know if you know much about your computer itself. But that 8 core is actually really solid, and even still pretty solid right now. But it just runs hot. And that graphics card you got is kind of butt now. 8 gigs of RAM is okay, but for $100 yeah, dude, you made
Yeah,
out a
for
pretty good
$100,
deal.
dude,
That's a good deal.
you can't beat that for
You could
$100.
literally spend another 100 or even less than that for like say just upgrading the graphics card to a 1050 Ti, and that will make that run a million times better. That's awesome. Man, I wish I could find that for $100. I would have flipped that for 3.
Hey, do you have a one
Right.
that's not dead?
Yeah, the one we were using.
Thanks, man.
Yep. All right, so now next step, I'm unplugging his hard drive.
That's where I would start.
Yeah,
absolutely.
right. And keeping in mind that we know that we've already tested works staying plugged in, which is my little 240 right here. I don't like how bright that light is on that white. Is that glaring on the stream?
It was, but it was okay.
Okay, it looks kind of glaring. I wonder if the light will fix itself. How's that actually? I just moved the light.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need the light though to work more in it, but so you guys can see.
It was fine. Yeah, it was fine.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll just kind of put it back over here a little bit.
Yeah, it looks better when you have the light on. Yeah, there you go.
All right. So plugged in, everything's powered. The only thing that we've changed in this next step is, like I said, hard drive of his that we might think is corrupt now. So now I'm pressing start or power button. Everything's starting to turn on and run. And Windows is loading up just fine. So yeah. A Ryzen fucking 5, that's what's in this system right now that I'm working on my buddies. He's got the Ryzen 5 3600, which is a beast and like one of the best I think for gaming in general out there right now is the Ryzen 5 3600. Usually the 3600X would probably be your best bet. But
Look, it turned down.
What?
Oh, no, wait. Did it just sleep?
No, it's turning
No.
on. It's working.
We'll let it run for a minute and see if the fans kick off and whatnot. And if not, you know what your
But
problem
listen,
is. It's
but wait
hard
for
drive.
it. But wait for it. We're listening for the computer turning off. That was because, like I said, it was turning off on its own right because the computer there was no option being pressed, so it turned off. Right now, we're waiting to listen for what the issue has been since I worked on his computer, which is the beepings. And
Right.
it'll be very distinguishable, and it's just beep. It'll be loud. But he said 3600 Ryzen 3600 with the RX 570. Why the overclock 570? You know you could probably get a better or equal to running graphics card for a lot less than that 570. I'm just saying. And thanks for the follow, by the way, Scoops. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Scoops. I hate overclocking anything. I'd rather just get a better or a little higher and not have to overclock it.
Yeah. Or buy like a super or
Overclocking
something.
just puts too much wear and tear, in my opinion. Unless it is the addition of it, but
Yeah.
I don't messing with that stuff.
Right. I need to tell Josh real quick. I'm gonna walk over there. Good news, buddy. Yeah. It's my lighter. Yeah. Over here. But it's your hard drive.
Yeah. No beeps.
No, it hasn't beeped yet.
Yeah, not any. Yeah, I'm listening.
Onto my the Windows. So it's that hard drive. Wait, didn't you say that hard drive might not be working with your system though?
Yeah, I think it's non-compatible.
That's what you were saying. And that screen never popped up before. Well, he was also just telling me, I don't know if you ever heard that. Excuse me. But he's saying, not compatible hard drive.
Yeah.
The hard
I mean, it
drive.
might be compatible. It just might have got partitioned wrong or something.
Or it's corrupt. Did it work at all
Right.
before?
I don't know how to partition, so that could be the problem.
It's the thing is, what I did before when he first brought it over, I plugged in. He had all his hard drives still plugged in, and he plugged mine in. Or no, I think it was before that. But I was looking through the BIOS itself on how to reformat from there because there was an issue,
And it wouldn't let us.
and it wouldn't let me. It wouldn't let me do anything, delete, make a new partition, or reformat, or nothing. So we unplugged his hard drive, like I said, put mine in, and it works. And so, but he keeps saying that. So you said, and now what I'm asking is, has this PC worked at all with these upgrades and with that hard drive at all?
Yes.
It has worked before.
Yes.
So it could be, well, it is your hard drive, but either A, it's compatible, or B, it got shot. It's shot. But again, we don't have my second system running really to actually be able to. Actually, we do. The one that's plugged in and running. I can just plug in the SATA cables to that. See if your hard drive. Because do you have Windows on that hard drive? Because that's why it's also saying it's corrupt. Unless I can go.
It was supposed to be. That's what I was saying, man. Like sometimes, like I would put new stuff on there. Dude, I was so pissed one night because I told you it takes like 3 days to download Call of Duty. Well, my PC.
Thanks for the follow, Meow Penguins. Appreciate it.
My PC ended up
Thanks, Meow.
going like back, so I didn't have Call of Duty anymore.
Right.
It was like weird. It would like reset itself sometimes. I'm not a.
It would read. So he's. I don't know if you heard that, but he's saying that he's got some issue with his computer. It has some type of setting or something in his computer is automatically resetting his computer. Now, is there is a problem arising before that happens? Like, is there a problem precursor to?
Yeah, that's when I would get the black screens.
And then it will. So the system itself is saving itself from whatever the crash was, and then recovering from an earlier date.
Yes.
So it's okay. So that's what I was getting at. All right. So the issue itself is causing it. It's not. Those aren't random. Those are just when those issues happen that it recovers.
But it's not necessarily all the time, so I don't want to say that either.
Well, sometimes maybe
But
the issue,
sometimes,
maybe
yes.
the computer itself. Because no, that sounds like a hard drive. If it's recovering from an earlier date, that's definitely hard drive, isn't it, Andy? If it's trying to recover
It
data,
sounds like it, yeah.
you're just gonna need a different hard drive in general.
Either that or wipe
Maybe
it and then
that graphics
re-download
card was
Windows.
Well, but that's the thing. How am I gonna wipe it when I can't even manually wipe it from the BIOS itself? It won't do anything or anything. And the only way I can do it, like I said, is plugging in
I
that
have a
hard drive.
dock outside. I don't know if that'll help.
What do you mean? The dock
A
isn't.
card dock.
I don't think that's gonna help.
Okay.
I don't think so. I mean, like I said, really, we have to just plug this. To be 100% sure, like my dad would say, is to literally take, what's it called? Your hard drive and put it into my other working PC, which is the one streaming right now, and just plug in the hard drive components and see what happens when it pops up.
Yeah, but you can't do that while you're streaming, can you?
No, but I'd have to restart the computer and to load up the hard drive settings or whatever. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, so right now your computer's running fine on my hard drives. Like again before, your graphics card. Hold on, actually, I don't have a mouse. Let me connect the mouse to it.
So maybe I should just try and go get a different hard drive.
Yes, I would 100% get a different hard
I wonder
drive.
if they'll let me. I bought that hard drive a long time ago.
And it's from Best Buy though too. Well, you're having all these issues with Best Buy. They better fucking hook you up.
Yeah.
I'm being serious. Be a Karen about it, because this is kind of annoying.
I have
ain't it?
my girlfriend go in. I get scared. She's awesome. She gets all my stuff returned.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, so she does it?
Yeah.
Well, then you need to have her be a Karen.
I'm too nice now, so
Well, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
I know.
1, 2.
It's not their fault though.
It's not their
It could
fault.
have been faulty.
It's not. It's faulty from their company. Like, you know.
It's the company itself.
Well, but that's
why
why you spruce it up. You don't exactly be too much of an asshole and be personal about it.
My girlfriend do it.
Well, right. You don't be personal about it, but you can still prove a point that you're angry with the company itself for giving you a faulty brand new thing that they're guaranteed, whatever. So they just swip it out or spruce it up because they can do little things here and there. There's ways to do it, and I've watched my dad do it over the years. So.
So I could probably just go in there and get a different hard drive, and I should be good to go.
Plug it in my nice Corsair gaming mouse to try on his computer.
Plug it in the back.
Oh, that's where it is actually. I could have just used the other mouse because it's still plugged in. Gotta remember that. So now I want to just check the task manager and kind of look at performance. So that whole thing with the cache thing, I think that was just, it's not a thing.
Is that normal?
That's normal. I think that's a normal thing.
Does your friend say it's normal?
Well, who, Andy here?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I didn't really go over that part, but I'm thinking it just caches depending on what you're doing. Because caching it, and especially when it comes to random access memory, is just so it can remember something faster.
Okay.
So when you're loading something, it'll load faster, or yada yada. So it's just like when you're in a game, it's gonna cache more because it's gonna load that shit in the the screens and shit faster.
Okay.
So I was kind of thinking it was something to do with that the other night, but it's not. My 240 is fine. Your graphics card is perfectly fine. Your fans are not spinning, but I want to actually see.
Maybe they don't need to right now.
Well, they don't need to be right now. You're right, but because it's on auto, and I want to turn them on to see, just to make sure they work.
Okay. Oh yeah, they work.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they work. Nice fans.
That was my baby for a long time, man. I played with that for
All right.
probably 2 years
So-
before I upgraded.
It kind of sucks, but it seems like you're having actually a lot of issues from the Best Buy that you're buying shit from. So first and foremost, hard drive. your 1650 Super that you had in this before that you took back, I think was the right idea. Because I think there might have been an issue with that too, with the black screening. As long as, because that could also have been your hard drive as
hang
well.
on. I would try a game.
Oh, I don't know if I can try a game because I would have to unplug my internet. Because I only have the one Ethernet cable.
Oh, that's right.
I wonder if I have an offline game to try. I mean, I tried the offline thing and it still wouldn't let me, right?
If I
Or
remember right.
Jordan, try it. Yeah, Andy, can't you log into Steam? Fuck, you're supposed to be able to log into Steam offline and play offline games, correct?
Yep.
Because now,
Yeah, you can. I believe you can.
Yeah, you should be.
But I don't know what the hell I have downloaded that's on this hard drive. The 240 at least.
It's really goofy, but yeah, I think you can.
I don't think I have any games on this 240.
And you can only play games that don't need updated, I believe.
Oh, well then never mind, because they like always do. Well, no, I have. Was it on this hard drive? No, it's actually on this. No, is it? There's a game on. God, I have so many hard drives now.
Well,
Yeah, because all these things, all these apps that are just showing the little pages as they're to click on them, those are the apps that, well, I don't know if you can see the screen from on my stream, what it looks like. But I think it's because those are on my other hard drive that I have connected, because this is supposed to be just for my Windows.
well, you wanna help me take that hard drive out?
This one? The one that's not working, you mean?
Yeah, and I'll see what I can go get. You think the RAM's fine then?
Have we heard a single beep, Andy?
No, I have not. I've been listening.
Okay.
I mean, we would have
I
heard
think
it
it
too.
was
It's
hard
pretty
drive. I think
loud.
it was hard drive. Either it didn't load in correctly, you're missing files, it got corrupted, or something didn't partition correctly.
And like
So
I said, those
I don't
beeps
know.
too also could have been a faulty. It could have been a faulty thing for the graphics card because that was still with his. No, those beeps were with my graphics card. Never mind the 1060. I'm sorry. Never mind. Scratch that. But so far with his old 960 in it, with my hard drive, it's working fine again.
Right. So I would start there. That's probably your starting
So yeah,
problem.
start with the hard
I
drive.
would check out.
And but right now everything's running AO fucking dandy.
I like it.
So that I think
Help me
so.
take it out so I can get up there.
All right.
I'll come back.
All right, cool. And then while you're gone, I'll work on mine.
Hey, if you don't mind, try tossing that other stick in there too.
In here?
While I'm gone,
Yeah, I'll put your other RAM stick in here.
just to make sure.
So turn off your system.
Because then we had beeps with the other stick. Remember?
When we had the one in and then we swapped it out for just the one.
And then it kind of stopped. You know
Yeah.
what I mean, we still had a beep, but it really stopped.
Yeah, it wasn't consistent or anything. So like I was telling him, Andy, this might be he might have
Yeah.
some bad DIMM slots in his motherboard. So again, it might be a motherboard
Right.
too.
Right.
Because I don't think it's the RAM. Because if it was the RAM itself, it wouldn't be reading and it wouldn't be working at all.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I give you
So-
permission to do that.
What, to take your hard drive out?
No, to.
Oh, put your
well,
other
yeah,
RAM in?
you can do that too, but I meant the RAM while I'm gone.
Okay.
If you want, or you can work on yours.
Well, while you're gone, if you want to hop on the stream on your phone just to see what I'm up to. I'm gonna keep
yeah.
it up.
Is it on FB?
Derek, I'm gonna go eat real quick.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
mean, is there a.
Oh, I put
I'll
my
leave the
link on
stream up.
Facebook. Yeah, I posted about it. What's
I'm
up?
gonna go eat real quick.
Yeah, go ahead, bud.
All right, I'll be back in a little bit.
All right, cool. I finished one computer for the most part.
Okay.
All right, one screw down.
I'll be back.
All right, that was good. Other screw down. Just hopefully, project one down. Now, I'd really love to. I wish I was this far into remembering or fixing my system so I can just stream better and do gaming and not have to stream fucking building. But that's all right. Well, at least get the one.
Alright, I got it up on the stream. I can't necessarily. I'm gonna try to play the audio in my car. I don't know how it's gonna work.
Oh, you don't have to do all that. You could, as long as you have it up, so it looks like I have another viewer. It helps.
I want to see what you're doing.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna unplug your power.
Alright, so. But. I mean, I'm not just a second.
I'm gonna unplug this sheet real quick because I have to take off your back plate. God damn it.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Yeah.
No, it's all right. It's just annoying. It's just another thing you gotta do. Oops.
I used the 2 screws that were for your PS2, by the way. Yeah, more than that.
You
Trying to figure out which screws are which.
What do you mean? Mine are all the black ones. Or did you have black
Wow,
ones?
that really narrowed it down, bro.
Did you have black ones too? Oh my god, really, dude? Fuck. Well, I guess if whoever's missing some will know.
Okay, so like some of these look the same, but some of them don't. Like
Well,
these
some
two,
are my motherboard
Those
screws.
2 don't look the same.
Look, I'll show you. These are not motherboard screws, but there's a couple of them.
Okay.
These tinier ones, those are motherboard screws.
Nope, that one goes over here.
These are just regular screws for other shit.
And
But
then hold up, where did my
I'm
other?
pretty sure those
where
are
did
my
my
mother-
other thumb one go?
Well, I also have my thumbs on
Did I put them back in?
the thumb. You put one back in. Yes, that's your other one.
I tried to keep everything.
Yeah, I
and,
know.
You know what I mean?
I don't know if you could tell, but I have a really chaotic organization.
It's alright.
I need a drink here.
I appreciate you trying to help me figure this out, man. I just wanna seriously,
get off
man.
of this, man.
Seriously, I work 9 to 5. You know what I mean?
I know.
Monday through Friday.
And I have-
the weekend. I want to sit on my ass
In game.
and game out, man. That's what I want to do, and I haven't been able to do it for like a month.
Trust me too. Even though I don't work 9 to 5, but I do what I gotta do.
I
around,
mean,
but
but you know what I'm saying.
yeah, I know. I understand.
All right, so here's 4 screws, and then the other 2 are in that PSU.
You said what now? Oh, okay.
The
I
2
got
that
you.
are in there. I'm pretty sure these ones are yours because these look way newer than those ones, so I'm pretty sure these are yours.
Okay.
So those are mine.
All right. So, what can we do here? You know what I could do for you?
What?
This guy wants this computer for video editing, correct? The other one? He's gonna give you $350 for it. I could take out the 128 solid state drive in that one, put it on yours as it's already got Windows on it. So you have a Windows on it, and then you can just plug in your terabyte regular hard drive so you have something to download games too. You only need the solid state to.
Do you think the 2 terabyte hard drive is working? Because
We haven't tried this one, have
We
we?
haven't.
I think it'll probably work.
Do you want to test that?
Yeah, I
See
should
what
test
I'm
it.
going?
Yeah, I'll test that.
Well, pull the big one out first so I can go return it.
Oh yeah. So we gotta stand this up.
I gotta get my girlfriend.
Yeah, you're good. I
My
keep
girlfriend to the rescue, man. I'm telling you. And then I'm just gonna leave this box here, and then hopefully that RAM's good because I'd actually like to pull that fan off and actually see it correctly. You know,
Right.
I think it's supposed to be 1 and 3. I don't know.
It's 1 and 3 or 2 and 4.
Does it matter?
No, as long as they're in opposites though.
Okay.
But that's what I'm saying. You had them in 2 and 4. They were having issues. We switched it to 1 and 3, but you couldn't put it in the 1. So you changed the 1 out, and so that was in the 3. And then we put your other one in the 3, and now we're not having issues with RAM. So you might have just one bad stick, or because we can't get it into that 1. I'm gonna try to get into that 1 slot.
Okay. Don't forget to switch the RAM.
Do what now?
Don't forget to switch the RAM while I'm gone. Don't lose my screws.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, because of that one.
I mean, even if I do lose them today, I'll find them tomorrow or something. Cause
Dude, I'm hoping this is out of fucking here.
what
To be honest with you, I'm hoping that PC is out of here by today. I'm praying.
Dude, we have it working whenever my parts are in it. I'm not just gonna give you my parts though. I can't.
I know.
Wait, we still haven't figured out though. Well, you still need a different hard drive in general. If we could have got my PC running, or the motherboard or whatever, on my PC, then I would have, like I said, I'd still trade you hard drives,
Well, no, you don't want
so you don't have to pay you.
You don't.
If it's not compatible with yours, it's probably compatible with mine. Mine's an older. That's what I'm saying.
But we don't know.
That's true. Well, whatever. We'll see what you can do with it, I guess. I'm just trying to make it
I'm
easier
sure
so
I
I
can
spend more money.
get. I'm sure I can get a return on it. I mean, if you want to take that risk, you can. But
I always just try, help each other. You help me, help you, whatever.
no, and I super appreciate that. But I don't want to screw you, dude. I don't want to screw you over either.
Was this really mounted into this too?
That's what I put it on.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
That's what you meant by tray?
Mhm.
I mean... Do you have the...
I bought that tray.
By the way, you're already...
Yeah, I know. I'm missing a screw. I
So-
lost it. I was supposed to buy it too.
Let's get this on. Can't even see what I'm doing behind the computer.
I got another hard drive downstairs. You can test for me too if you want.
Is it a solid state or just regular?
Hard drive, regular.
Regular type.
Yeah, 640 gig.
Alright. Because you could literally plug all those in and have plenty of extra space, but the solid state, for everything to load up fast, run fast, and all that shit, you just really need your solid state, your Windows, whatever, on your solid state. That's it. Loading games faster would be nice and convenience if you had your games downloaded to your solid state, but usually people just buy like a 120 or 240 like mine and just put your operating system on it.
I was thinking about getting like a SSD for that OS, and then maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm
an
saying. I got that one.
M.2,
I got it. Oh, you could do that.
because I have.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know though if it's worth. Is it worth it? Is the M.2 worth it compared to the SSD? Is the price to
That's what you gotta look for.
the price to performance? Is that worth it? I don't know.
I don't know because I've heard of M.2. I'm a little familiar with it, but I never really looked into it because I've never myself owned M.2. But I know it's a better configuration style and all that stuff. But again, I don't know the ratio
gets
where it would
hot.
be better. Huh?
No, it creates a lot of heat.
It might create a lot of heat, but I feel like you have enough fan and
Do you think those fans are okay still?
As long,
They are
as, long
off
as
the
they're
old-
as long as they're still running when they're plugged in and doing their job, and you keep up, not letting them build up like a fucking mad dog, you should be all right. Yeah. Fans are just fans. They just spin when they're plugged in.
All right, I'm gonna go.
So, the trails are right here, and I'll put this back down.
All right. Yeah. I'm gonna go grab that hard drive.
Yeah, do that too.
And then
Do you have
I'll
my
be right back.
Do you have my lighter over there? Or is it still over
yeah,
there?
it's sitting right here, bro.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Okay, dokie. All right. Moving the screws. Oh, I should probably put the backside back on, eh? All right, so now putting back on the back side of his case. And right now what we're gonna do is what we discussed while he's checking out that hard drive issue, see what he can do, if he can return it, whatever, yada yada, etc. But what I'm gonna do while he's gone is put in his other RAM stick, try to fit it, because it's really tight in here. I'm gonna show you. It's really tight in here, about right here, to his where his RAM is. I don't know if you can really see it, but right here is the RAM sticks. Now his one, he put a custom fan on top of this, so his one slot is kind of being covered by the fact that his custom fan on his CPU is a bit fatter. So it's just kind of reaching over the one slot, so I can't exactly get one of the three in. What's up? Oh, you grabbed it. Oh, you grabbed it right now.
So I'm pretty sure this one's shot, but I'd appreciate it if you look at it for me.
Like I said, just plug them all in, see if which one's not registering.
All right.
All right, 640. It's like this is like a video game. 640 hard drive added to inventory. Like,
But well, that's from that one PC that I was talking to you about, and all of a sudden it just didn't work one day. So I'm pretty sure that hard drive is just bunk.
probably. So,
But you know, I'd like to know for sure.
because I'm just real
What do you do with parts that are like,
shot.
yeah?
There are people on
I don't wanna
Facebook that
just,
buy
like,
broken
throw
parts.
them out.
People buy them, buy broken
Do
parts.
they fix them or
Probably
what do they
fix
do?
them, or they probably scrap them themselves. People always buy broken shit online. And just that's again, yeah. So RAM. That's the next step.
All right.
I don't know how I'm gonna get that in there.
I'll try to be back as soon as I can. Okay.
All right, I'll be here. I mean, just
so
don't.
What do you think?
What do you mean?
Just get.
Hard drive. That's it.
Just get a hard drive.
What's up?
How big? Just big enough for OS, or
I can give you the 120.
are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Because I'm not selling you that computer now, that one. So you can just have that one, so I can sell it to the other guy for money because I need that money. And we'll work out other ways.
okay.
So. But yeah, I can do that for you. But what if you? Okay, I can give you the 120. Like I said,
I got
first.
I got an extra 100 bucks or like 200 bucks. Like
Hard drive. Well, then get another hard drive if you want. You can get one for like $60. You want it?
what else? What else?
What do you mean?
What else could I buy?
For what? Computer? For this system, for extra couple $100.
Should do some case research for me.
Well, we're gonna look about a case, but let's get some polls going here. Not really a poll because I don't have that set up in a mod. My mod's eating food right now. But if you're watching, give us some ideas. For extra $100, what should he upgrade to his computer? It'd be nice to hear.
Can you put your own messages and stuff in the stream?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can type in
You
there
should
too.
list all what's in there and stuff, and that way people know. You know.
Oh, that's true. And I can always mention it again, but I can type in there too as well.
Yeah.
Your specs, on it. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Just a thought.
All right. And,
All right.
and as he said, I'm gonna put in the specs here in the chat just so you guys know what we're dealing with here. Actually, you know what's actually be cooler? Real quick. I have an idea. What I'm gonna do, instead of having anybody come to the chat, they're not gonna see the message before. So I'm gonna do it through specs. I'm gonna write on it and post it on my screen so that happens. Right. Well, yeah, I get it, but hey, your computer's gonna be working today.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yes, I almost guarantee you. And I just wish mine would work. All right. Give me 1 second, y'all. Wow, I've only been streaming for 42 minutes and I've already figured out one computer. That's great. So yeah. Next up. Next up, extra RAM. Gonna test his other hard drive. Gonna test his other hard drive. Put another RAM piece in. And this is my power supply from a new one I just bought, so this works. We're good. So not power supply. Thought so. And hopefully I can get to working on my computer tonight. I don't think I'm gonna get it running because I think it's the motherboard, so I would need a whole new fucking motherboard. And that sucks. Fuck. Give me 3 seconds. Gotta do a little something, you know. Blaze Asian style, yo. Man, I don't know if it's beer 30 yet. Fix one computer, now I'm on to the next. Should reward myself. Excuse me. Woo. Man. Excuse me. Oh man, my heart. Hold on, I'm gonna text my father, tell him. So I think I'm gonna probably make this a video, put it up on YouTube. But in any case, like my buddy was mentioning to me, so if he doesn't have to get a whole new setup and he's saving a few bucks from this me fixing it, comment down below. What should he get as his extra part? What do you think he should get? An extra case, more RAM, even better graphics card? I mean, for 200 bucks, you could probably turn around and get, or a couple, a really good hard drive. I don't know. Tell me what you think. And I'll be sure to let you guys know what he chooses. All right. So, RAM. So his goes in, what is it? DDR4 goes in this one. Oh, you can get up under there. What the hell? That ain't no thing. That's no thing at all. Maybe he's just not used to it, but I don't know. I think I can get it real fast. I don't have a whole lot of light with that light. I just gotta line up the middle right here of the piece, because they're like, here I'll show you on the RAM. This right here, these teeth, whatever it's reading, it's got a seat right in the middle of a slot, and you kind of got to line that up as you're putting it in. And it's kind of hard to see. Like I said, the issue was his CPU fan is kind of over it, so it's kind of hard to line up. But I can already get the bottom side in. It's just this top side. So what we're gonna do, it's definitely unlocked. Sure. And always make sure that your RAM is unlocked, or like because like when you seat it in there, you always listen for a click, two clicks, which top and bottom they're a little. You push them down to unlock it. It's spring loaded and it'll pop the RAM back out. And when you seat it down, they'll lock into place. So that's what you look for. Almost there. Yo, what's up, Lorex? God damn, this is actually a little annoying. I can get the bottom lined up. Yep, there it is. That's in, isn't it? I just gotta... Yeah, it's in there. I don't want to push, actually. It is kind of stuck. I don't know if I can get that underneath. So, what's happening here, I got them both lined up inside their little slots. Both sides, both corners. Both ends, I mean, rather. But this right here, the CPU, you can't really see it, I don't know if you can, but outside this fan, or on the outside, is a thicker part, like a layer of protection, you got whatever you want to call it, whatever, what have you. But it is kind of, like I said, it's protruding out far enough to where it's kind of covering the first RAM slot. And I'm getting it underneath there, but it's catching the top, because you kind of got to angle it and then get it down in. So angle, goes down and in. So I don't know if I should push this all the way in.
I'm telling
Well, as my buddy was just saying, I don't know if you heard it on stream, he's saying I can't do it. So, I don't want to. I really don't want to try prying that in there. So what we're going to do, he had it in 2 and 4. We're just going to put it in general and just see what happens, okay? Just any old slot. I mean, you're supposed to, in a perfect world, have 1 and 3, 2 and 4. Never heard exactly anything negative about putting them in. Well, you know what? Actually, now that we're getting all these other issues figured out, I'm going to put these back in 2 and 4. No, don't worry about taking the fan off. Don't worry about taking the fan off. We want to keep that fan on. We don't want to fuck with it more than we have to. He's messaging me on my phone right now, by the way, for anybody watching. Okay, while he's listening as well. But I'm going to put these back in their original spots, 2 and 4, and see what happens. And go from there. Because as we're swapping these pieces out, as we're putting my hard drive in, as we're figuring this all out, we're having less and less of these issues. So let me put the RAM back in, because these RAM, like I said before, they're both reading, the slots are reading them, the system's reading them, and they're still up there. Alright, says, I'm not building a PC, but I'm coming over from a console and know nothing about PCs, and I want to get into it, but I need a good setup. $700 for a 1080p, 144Hz Asus monitor, high-end and low-quality PC, and a standard gaming keyboard and mouse, all for $1059. Any advice for anything? Give me 1 second, Lorex, and I will actually give you a lot of advice. Give me 1 second. So well, sit back and learn real quick about what I'm doing. Right now I'm messing with RAM. We're having an issue with his setup to where his graphics card or his games, what his issue is when he's in games, it would shut down or green or black screen, which usually comes from your picture, which also goes from your graphics card. So, which runs, gives you your picture. We figured out it might have been an issue with his newer graphics card that he had. Put his old one in. So far, so good. His hard drive seems to be shot. We've been figuring out, because what's happened since he's been here and I've worked on his computer is it went from black screening and not happening with the black screen at all. Yeah, finish building your thing first. Yeah, I appreciate it. Well, I've really bad ADD, and I'm not in any meds for it or anything, so I'm trying to do one thing at a time before I fuck up. But yeah, as I talk. But yeah, and the next step was, well, what's going on with his hard drive? He's having an issue with his hard drive and blah, 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 and Windows and shit, and he couldn't reformat it, yada, yada. So we put my hard drive in his system, and my hard drive and my graphics card, boom, boom. The system seems to be running fine. But as I say that, we both come across the new issue where his system, which would be his motherboard, is making beep codes. So just a random beep. So motherboards will make... thank you for the follow, by the way, Laura X. Appreciate it a lot. It helps me a lot. But anyway, your motherboard has beep code. Anything that has a motherboard will have a beep code or beep codes. So when all else are like when your pieces and parts all fail, or something fails, and you can't exactly go into it yourself on a computer or yada yada, your motherboard can specifically tell you just by listening. So if you hear a certain code or a certain pattern of beeps, there's beep codes that you can look up that will tell you what that issue is. So far we have not figured out what his issue was with his beep. And what his beep is, will your PC hook up to a monitor? So wait, so are you actually getting well, it depends. I mean, as long as your monitor has an HDMI port, just like your console would have. As long as it has an HDMI port, you'll be fine. But if you're getting a really good monitor, those usually go by DVI, the DVI port. Or, yeah, I think it's DVI. Correct, you can look that up too. It's a simple Google search. That's how I've usually taught myself how to do anything. But usually DVI, correct me if I'm wrong. If you want to look it up yourself, go ahead. But in that case, you're going to have a DVI connection, which on most graphics cards, I'll show you here on mine, actually. For example, we've got this right here is my computer's baby, my 1066 gig. So right here are your ports. So there you go. You've got, this is your DVI, and that's what a good monitor will use. And you've got your HDMI, which if you can look at your console, whatever the HDMI plugs into, remember that shape. because it looks, sometimes people will confuse that with like a USB slot and try to smash it in there or something like that, and it's not. So, and it'll also say on usually on a lot of systems, if you can't really see it here, it's HDMI anyway, engraved into the metal. But your monitor will either run DVI or HDMI, anything that's decent. So yes, it should hook up just fine. So now back to this RAM. I'm gonna, as he suggested and what I said, I'm gonna put them back in 2 and 4 and go from there and see if we're getting any of those beep codes again that we were hearing. And if it does hear, or if you do hear it, you'll understand what we've been talking about the whole time. It hasn't happened yet on stream, but we have not, since the stream started and I've been working on it, we have not heard a single beep code. So that's a good sign. So beep, I clicked, I don't know if you're, not beep, but you've heard the click. Yeah, first, yeah, okay, HDMI. So yeah, then you're fine. HDMI is perfectly fine. But actually with a 144 hertz monitor, the gaming type style monitor, you want a DVI connection because an HDMI cord is locked at 60 hertz or 60 frames or whatever. It won't reach 144 hertz. So you have to plug it into a DVI. Okay? Remember that. So, got it in the 2 slot, getting his other stick in the 4 slot. I'll stick her in. Oh yeah, it's gonna, the response time is 1 millisecond and all that, and it's only gonna use that 144 hertz and that 1 second millisecond response time if you're using the correct connectivity port. If it's not in the correct connectivity port, like the DVI, it's not going to be able to use all of its potential. Kind of like, you know, Goku, before he goes Super Saiyan, he's not using all of his potential. He's, it's not necessarily locked, but he's not using it. And you're also not going to be using that potential because, in this case, your port is locking your potential. So, and so, or more like Gohan, not Goku, because Gohan's always locking his own power level down. If you get the Dragon Ball reference. I am a huge fan. Alright, click. You heard the click. If you did, it means great. It's in. It's nice and seated. So, I'm also going to check. He wants me to check his other hard drive, see if it's working. So, we have in his system my little solid state drive. We got to plug in this here hard drive, wherever the plug is. Don't tell me he's got this mounted on here backwards. You fucking sure it is? Oh, I love you, Josh. I really do. Oops. Brand Fire PC operating system Windows 10 home CPU model iCat 5.5 speed 1.4. Get 16 gig RAM, Wi-Fi, that's fun. Form factor tower, graphics, hard drive disk, solid state. Hard drive. That's how much are you gonna pay for that one? Oh, all that? Wait, so you're paying $700 just for the monitor, and then 1,059. Oh, 700 for that whole computer setup. What is the hard? You got to find out if it's got a graphics card. What is the graphics card in there? Because if it hasn't got a graphics card, the PC is for 700. No, dude, no. Hell no. You can build something for way cheaper, bro. Yeah, $200 sounds about right for a 1080p 144 hertz monitor. That's correct. But $700 for that, and if it does not have a graphics card, because those systems that you're gonna buy pre-built like that, every piece in it, it's gonna be decent. Like the i5 is great, especially for gaming. It's great. The memory size, 16 gigs, is great. Usually the standard's 8, and they're raising it up a lot of systems to 16. You got Wi-Fi connectivity, which is a good, you know, kind of like quality of life to have. You don't necessarily need it. And for gaming, you want to always be landline connected. So actually, I mean, yeah, it's nice to have the Wi-Fi on it, but you want to stay connected through your landline. And but you got to make sure it's got a graphics card. If not, it'll run on the motherboard graphics system, or the Intel, or the CPU rather, graphics, but it's gonna be shit. You don't want to spend $700 that I could literally build something for you way cheaper than that. Like literally, that system sounds like the PC I'm running on, and I'm selling it for $350. How's that for comparison? It's an i5 with I put 16 gigs. I have 16 gigs in it, right? 24 actually right now. It's got a solid state and a regular hard drive with a 1050 Ti graphics card. 1050 Ti is a very solid mid-tier card, probably actually more lower end now, but for the price to what you're getting out of it is great ratio. But I'm selling that for $350. You're buying brand new things with less power for over $700. Think about that. Tell me when you can. Oh. His hard drive. Yeah, I know. It's fine, man. I mean, I started that way too, not knowing anything. But I mean, I love it personally. I love doing all this myself, and I love learning about computers. It's always interested me, and fixing, building, and anything with computers has been like a wet dream for me to learn. And it's something I've found that I'm actually passionate about, because I was one of those people that didn't know if I ever had a passion for anything, and I think computers is definitely one of them. And no, you got to start somewhere. And most definitely, I'd be a great person to watch, or if you have questions to ask about helping you, because I teach myself, I work on other people's stuff, I love learning and talking about computers. So, but yeah, it's a 25-inch with a 1025 Yeah, I mean, yeah, what you're getting as far as the monitor, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's great with all that information. But all I really need to know is the 144 hertz. With a 1 millisecond, response time. It's 1080p. It's probably a 24-inch monitor, not 25. The screen is a 24, but the standard is 24, whatever. But no, that's a great monitor for about $200. That's about right. But what you're doing on the tower itself is overspending, way overspending. What you're buying is a warranty, and you're not even getting your bang for your buck, because you're not even getting something with a graphics card in it. And if you're using just the onboard, because if you're looking through this, the details of that computer setup, if it doesn't say somewhere on there graphics card or GPU, that would be your graphics card, and it says like onboard or HD Intel 4600 or something like that, then you're using the onboard graphics, which is what comes with that i5. So which is but. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, you can do it for basic gaming, but it's not gaming at all. Alright, so on this computer now, I am taking the backside off because he's a dum-dum. And like I said, mounted the fucking hard drive backwards. So here we're going to be looking for... Yep, there's the plugs, the backs. God damn it, they're right here. Everybody's got to start somewhere. My buddy just started building too, and as like this system, I'm helping him fix and whatnot and figure out. He's put this all together himself from learning himself in the last 6 months or so. So yeah, things like mounting his hard drive in backwards, making it harder to reach is kind of a thing. Is you should realize you should put it in forward. Oops. I'm so ADD, it's so hard to get shit done when I'm sitting here fucking... It's hard to find a pre-made PC sub $400. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, exactly. You're actually about the price range where you're almost, if you spend like maybe another $50, $100, you'll actually find a pre-made that's got like a 1050 graphics card, something with a graphics card in it. But where I live specifically, I live in like a rural area, in like in a city, bigger city, in like an inner city with good prospering suburbs around it. So there's a lot of Facebook Marketplace shopping that I do. So maybe look on yours, but the side deals are where I'm really good at being able to price something and knowing what it's worth and buying it at a good price. So like my build, you could probably buy it brand new for over $1,000, and I bought it for $400. So if that tells you anything, the first computer I ever built was $392 total from Newegg, which I always recommend is where you should build. I sold that computer for $650. So again, if that tells you anything. So let me real quick plug in the other hard drive here for Dum Dum. And actually, he's missing I have my hard drive in. I'll plug in his other hard drive, but I'll wait to try the other one because he's only got 2 SATA cables. And no, is there a third one right here? I guess I could use that instead of his optical drive. That's fine. Yeah, I could do that, but okay. First and foremost, we're gonna try his regular hard drive and see if it has got any issues, because we have not tried that one yet. The one laying right here, I don't know if you can't really see it because the light's blinding it, but yeah, that one we're gonna try after. Plug in. You always plug in for hard drives 2 slots. You've got your power connector, which is this one. Your power that goes from your power supply to the powers on your shit. So the graphics description isn't a graphics card. So then yeah, it's like I said, I can kind of have like a sixth sense about it because I've looked up so much and done my own research for so long. That price range for about $700. That's a really good system overall. But the downside to it, and why they're selling it so much, is because it's running without a dedicated graphics card, which a dedicated meaning not an onboard, which again, that's what I was saying, that's attached to your CPU. So you always want a dedicated graphics card for gaming. It'll still run, don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying you're way over pricing. They're buying. Yeah, of course. Oh, most definitely. So if it doesn't come in yet PC, yeah, you can literally, there's a slot, and I'll show you right here actually. Let me turn this guy around for demonstration's sake. So in this system you've got, here, let's slide it down. Look. So, all right. Right here is your graphics card. This is your dedicated GPU, what you're gonna need for gaming. Now, if this system, or if your system has that i5, that has an onboard graphics, so you can plug an HDMI into the motherboard, which is on the backside here. There'll be a port for it. But when you plug, and then, so without this, it'll just be, you won't have the dedicated graphics card. It'll just be a system that you can do basic things on. But when you switch graphics, you'll have a port. These right here, sorry, it's backwards on my stream. But these ports right here are what's all attached, and these ports are for your motherboard, which is all, your baby, the mother of all your parts. What everything connects to is the motherboard. So all these right here, in this I/O shield right here, all these are what's on your motherboard. So you should have an HDMI port on that motherboard right here, if your computer can do it, if it has onboard graphics. But when you get a graphics card and you put it in one yourself, it'll be down here sticking out, and you'll plug it into the HDMI down there. Remember to do that, or else you're not going to be using your graphics card. So, and don't worry too. You can. There's a link in my YouTube down there if you want to go to my YouTube. But if you want to reference anything from this stream or anything, or have any questions, I'm gonna be streaming this probably more often, and I'm making these into videos for my YouTube channel. So, and this is not what I always do either. I'm a gamer by nature, and that's what I do. But as of right now, my better computer is not running. So, I have to fix it. And why not stream it on my other computer while fixing it? All right, and then your other cable, your second cable that goes in here is this light blue one right, or where's it right? Light blue one right here. This is your SATA cable. SATA cables are what plugs in. Or you said, hold on, but it's what plugs into your motherboard. SATA goes into the SATA port slot, and that cable also, as well as that one power cord I mentioned, goes into the hard drive. So now it's plugged in and it's ready to go. So what I'm gonna do is now, and what you always, I can never stress this enough, do is keep, if you have a power switch on the back, keep it off. O means off. So, and then keep it unplugged and off, or else you can fry something or surge something. Never have power connected while working on it. Shit, keep that in your brain. Now I'm gonna keep this standing up. I just gotta turn it back around. And then you said model Ryzen 26 Ryzens are good, are really good. Vega, it's got the Vegas. So that one's for 420. That's not bad, actually. It's no graphics card in it, no, but it's got the Vega 11. So it's AMD Vega 11, which the Vegas, which is the onboard graphics for the Ryzen series, not the Intel. That i5 is different. That's got its own onboard. That, and then that Ryzen has got also its own onboard graphics. And the Vega's not bad because it's like only a few years old. I don't know. It's actually not bad. I've had a laptop with Vega graphics in it. It's not terrible, but it's again not made for gaming. So yes, you'll have to put a graphics card in eventually. So yeah, if you want to buy one. And you can always buy a decent graphics card, like something like a 1050 Ti. Remember that number. 1050 Ti or a 1060 or an RX 580 or an RX 590 or an RX 570 even. Those are one of the graphics cards that would be good for that system that you're not overspending. Or even like a 1660 or a 15 or a 1650 Super, you know. There's a few options out there in the price range of about 200 to $300 for a graphics card that'll last you a few years. All right, so again, same thing we're gonna do is we're gonna look the monitors down here that I have plugged into this TV or into this whole crappy rig setup. So you guys can actually see what I'm doing when I turn it on. So I have the power supply plugged in. All right, good. Power supply's plugged in. All right, I turned it on. There was a click of the power supply. I heard the noise. I don't know if you did, but I heard it. And make sure you gotta get the HDMI cord plugged in as well. All right. Now, turn it on. My lights are on. Power to the system. I'm gonna get the keyboard. Grab the keyboard. You're looking up. There's the on beep. I also put the RAM in the proper spots, so I should probably turn the monitor, eh? Oh, would you look at that? It popped right up again, too. I gotta plug the... Oh, I unplugged it all. Alright, so my safe ass always fucking remembers to... I always forget I unplug everything, so I even have the mouse and keyboard unplugged, but it loaded right up. Now we're gonna check to see, since it loaded right up, what his hard drive is looking like, if it's doing anything or if I can do anything with it. So my hard drive's plugged in. Boom, bada, bing. What we got going here? So it's on. Now right click, and to look at your shit, you could right click at the bottom of your computer or whatever, and you go to Task Manager. It's one of the options, and it's a real easy way to go check your system for your performance. And there's a second tab there for processes. But usually when you look at this for the first time, it usually looks like this: Task Manager. And I don't know if you can see it, but it shows nothing. It says there's no apps running, which is a lie. I mean, there's no actual apps running, but there's plenty of background shit going on. So where it says more details, you hit the down arrow and boom, you get all your processes, performance, app history, startup, users, details, and services. So the second tab, performance, is what you want. And you look at it and it gives you all of your information. So here we go. We're going to start with this system that he's got has got the AMD Ryzen 5 3600 6-core processor. And, it's running beautifully. 1% use, running, higher than its clock core, or what its base speed is, so that's even great. This has got 2 DIMMs, and it's got all the RAM in there. Now, what we're also listening for, so it's hardware is fine, we're listening for a beep. There should also be a beep happening, some kind of code from the motherboard when it beeps, when there's an issue. So far, no beep. So let's wait and listen a little bit for a beep. I was looking, okay, he said gigabyte, so while I wait here, I'll see what you said. I was looking at MSI 1660, Ryzen 5, ooh, that already sounds good. Corsair range RAM, 240 SATA SSD for the operating system, and a Corsair full modular 650 watt. I don't know what your price range is, absolute, but with all that shit together, that's a really solid computer. That's like about basically what mine is. Mine's not a Ryzen. Mine's what I was trying to on my system that's broken and is sitting on the table behind me is what is it? i7 4670S with I forgot the motherboard, but just some shitty Intel board that I think is the issue. But my graphics card is a 1066 gig, and I've got 24 gigs of RAM. I got 3 hard drives, one's 240 solid state for my operating system. I have 1 terabyte solid state for more important games, so they run faster, and I have a backup full terabyte regular regular hard drive for extra space. And it sounds about the same as my system, but I bet you I pay a lot less for mine than yours. But yeah, that sounds great. I don't know what your price range is for that, but that looks great. So as I said, we're still listening as I was talking there. I have not heard a single beep, because again, it'll be loud and you'll hear it. It goes beep, like about maybe a little shorter than that, but about that length. It's not an actual just beep. It's a beep. It's a longer beep, but nothing. But also too, what I haven't done that I did before is when we had it up and running. I wasn't on a game. I was in a game on at the time, and it wasn't running right. But it's got all 16 gigs in there. So his Toshiba 2 terabyte hard drive here seems to be running great. It's got 0 use of it, but it's reading that it's there. Looks fine. The only disk transfer rate was from my solid state, because it's the only one that should be doing anything, because I don't think he has anything on his E drive. So what did you say here? Sorry, Lorax. Was it graphics Radeon HDMI chipset? What do you mean by all that? Is that a random computer series? I don't need to know all that. I just need to know specs, man. Like the graphics card, the graphics card. I don't know. Just tell me the the important shit. Graphics card, RAM, CPU, and that kind of shit. I don't need to know the series and the serial number and shit like that. That's just extra letters that's gonna make me go cross-eyed. Oh, what's up, Jordan? But no, that system is literally solid as fuck. I like that. So I mean, I figured it'd be someone that might know what they're talking about. You better hit the follow button, fucker. So hit the follow button, fucker. Be my 80th follower, please. and then you'll pop up there. Oh, you're copying and pasting. I ain't got a clue. Nah, you're good, man. Nah, you're good. I just yeah. Well, never mind. You could just send me the whole thing. I'll read it. I'll pick it out. I'm just being a bitch. But what are you trying to tell me there? Is that the computer? Like, so when you said Series GVN1052TOC, whatever, it's is that the graphics card itself? It's a 1050 Ti. Is that what you're looking at? Because if it's a 1050 Ti, yes, those are good, and it's at a decent price. Because yeah, that's what I would recommend: a 1050 Ti or a 1660, like Absolute said about his system, is actually not bad priced and really good for what you're getting, or a 1650 for 125. Yeah, so then yeah, if you're getting it for 125 for a 1050 Ti, you're great. That's great. Because yeah, 1660. If you don't get, I think it's like 200, over 200, 240, something like that. So if you want to spend a little more and get a lot more bang for your buck, then I'd go a 1660 or a 1650. And like I said, anybody watching, we're doing a little thing where let's see what my buddy's doing with his extra money. It's kind of a little thing. I'm gonna have you comment down below, and let me know what should he get to upgrade his computer with an extra couple $100. So love to hear what you think, and we'll let you know what the answer is next time. It's not good for newer games at high graphics, but yes, exactly. Exactly that. Price to performance. Exactly. And if you don't mind Lorax on a 1050 Ti, you're gonna be about medium settings and about everything you play, unless it's a bit older games. Yeah. The 1660 you can play mid-high ends. A 1660 or a 1650 Super, those can actually play 1440p or 2K, resolution games at like 40 to 60 FPS as well. Actually. Damn, I'm out of my NOS energy drink. So I guess it's time to go to beer, isn't it? And so with that, on that note, my buddy's computer here, it seems to be fine. Completely. There's not even any more beeps for beep codes. But that's also with my power supply in. If we put his back in though and it beeps, we'll know it's his power supply. So again, we'll see. But I think we're done here. So I think I deserve to crack my beer. Right? Right. $1660 is better for 1080p. I mean, yeah. I mean, 1660 or the 1060 or the it has the potential to do 1440 gaming, 1440p, but what I'm saying is it's not going to be 60 FPS solid for it. It's going to be like 40 to 60, around bumping from 40 to 60. It won't be solid 60, but 1660 for 1080p gaming on ultra settings, yeah, you're fine. Exactly. So what was your original price point, Lorax? What was the original price you were looking at? Compared to what you are now. Oh yeah, you're right. I almost saw $1,100, so $800. See now, look, from just talking to me alone, I've saved you already a few $100, and that's something that you would get advice from a fucking professional or someone at a store. I'm doing it right here for free because I love to do it. Oh, and thanks, by the way, Jordan, for being the beastie number 80 fucking follower. Let's get it. Almost on the way to 100. We're almost there. And I think at 100 followers, I'm going to do some type of giveaway. I about died. Hey, sorry, I was coming back. I had to hit the bowl, but I appreciate it. No, I mean, hell yeah, I'm amazing. I'm the fucking Blaze Asian sensation that's taking over the fucking nation. Yeah, so let's get it. But yes, always do your own research. Always make sure you have solid research. And whenever, okay, so if I'm not streaming or you have questions, reliable a source of information that I've personally learned from is whenever you Google search something as Tom's Hardware. Whenever you see someone from Tom's Hardware, they might not always have the answer, but look for your question or however you're wording it, make sure it's correct. And there should be someone who comments on it. It'll say solved or verified user. Look at their suggestions and answers because those are the guys that are, like I said, verified, you know what I said, verified and shit. I'm seeing letters and numbers combined and this man is seeing prices. Hell yeah, I am. But I'm going to buy it 2 terabyte higher with my order and get my 2040 OS somewhere in store. Yeah, that's probably the better idea because you're going to spend a hell of a lot, like maybe almost half the price for a 240 somewhere. And you don't actually, you would rather order the 240 online because you're going to get a 240 online for like 20, 30 bucks maybe. 40 bucks for a Samsung maybe. I mean, YouTube, it does help. But you don't want to rely on YouTube for everything, especially if they don't know what the fuck they're doing or talking about. But these days, okay, maybe a few years ago, but these days people are realizing how much money you can make on YouTube by just sharing your knowledge and getting the views and getting the ad revenue, yada yada, etc., etc. So now they're making way more money just sharing their knowledge through their videos. So yeah, you are actually technically finding better information on YouTube now. But as of a few years ago, no. And that's where I find Tom's Hardware is a website forum that's really good. But yeah, like I said, this isn't what I always do. If this is what you guys like and like, you know, my other nerd side comes out and y'all enjoy the fucking, I might do more of these type of streams in YouTube. This was just I just so happened that I'm working on a buddy's computer. Why not give it a shot with my spare computer and stream it since I love streaming and that's what I was doing anyway before my other computer blew up and went poof, you know. Yeah, but you can also look less hard and look at it through a fucking Google search on a verified user in a forum that can also instantly link you to a video somewhere or probably on YouTube or somewhere that's going to save you about 2 hours of fucking looking through the random wrong sipping through shit. Yeah, you don't want to just watch top reviews, you're right. And it's not about reviews, it's about if he's correct or not because everyone has their own view and their own opinions. But that's just that. People have their own views and opinions, and that's what YouTube is for, is to have opinion and your views because you want to generate those opinions and views because that generates money in turn. What you want to look for is the people, like I said, on Tom's Hardware who are doing it solely to educate you, that are educated beings that are verified. Fucking. Oh, I don't want to put that there. But yeah, so no beep, nothing. His graphics card and everything, this is all working great. This system is great. So we got Asus Tough Gaming, 25-inch gaming monitor. Okay. And then Ryzen 3400G, which will have the onboard graphics with the 1050 Ti. Right. What about all that? Don't say it on stream. Don't say it on stream. Don't say it on stream. We're doing a thing on YouTube to where we're going to see. I mean, well, it kind of sucks and it's out there now. But, yeah. He already figured out what he's getting. But still, comment below what you think he got. How about that? I am done with fixing his shit. All he's got to do is put that bitch in. So excuse me, motherfucker. I deserve a fucking break. And I have two different mice in front of me. Mouses, and I'm sitting here clicking the wrong ones and shit. Alright, so I don't know. That hard drive's fine. It's 2 terabyte. That's a good spare one to have for storing files and your games. And then we've got he wants to see the 6 fucking, what is that? I don't know why there's a fucking 8-pin on the back of this. On this hard drive. Fuck, that sucked. Meh. Yeah, he's got RAM. Both sticks are working just fine right now. He never got RAM. He never needed it. I put him back in and so far so good. No issue. I've had this been running, I don't know what, 5-10 minutes now. His computer. Not a single beep or a code. Oh, what he has in backwards is the goddamn hard drive. The 2 terabyte regular HDD is backwards. So the system right here is the system open, and where all the parts are coming from, facing out this way. He's got the hard drive facing that way to where the back of the thing is covered, and you have to open up the other side of the back of the motherboard just to get it in or get the cords on that are right there. These blue, you see that blue one right here? Yeah, it's because I had to take off this back side to put his fucking plug in this goddamn hard drive. He literally mounted it and everything in there backwards. It's fucking funny. Well, I'm going to turn off this computer now. And I'm going to unplug his retarded backwards hard drive and plug in this, hopefully a not retarded 640 hard drive. Turn it off. Unplug power whenever you're working on it. All I'm gonna do. Hey, Andy. All right, one sec. Yo,
What's up, bud?
Not much, just actually I probably should be using not much, I'm pretty sure I got his computer fine.
You got what?
His computer is fine.
Oh yeah?
I think so.
What was the hard drive the problem?
Oh yeah.
That's good.
I'm fucking changing some shit around.
Am I echoing?
No. Do you feel
Okay.
like you're echoing?
No, but when you talk, there's a little green thing on my thing, so I didn't know if it was coming because I haven't used through my speakers. I didn't know.
No, it might be your system sounds because I'm coming through Discord.
Okay.
But mine shows that too sometimes. But I know it's not. I don't think it is unless you guys tell me. But yeah, so I figured out his. I don't know if you've been watching, but yeah, I got his shit going.
I literally just got back.
Oh, you did? Well, his hard drive. Okay, so I plugged in his other stick of RAM. We figured out his other. I don't remember what we were last off when you left, but his terabyte solid state is what was not working. So we took. He's on his way back right now with something else. That I'm gonna leave it up to the comment section to tell me. But what he should get with his extra monies.
Right.
He said he's bringing rubber bands. Oh, cool.
They're just something that I've always used.
That's fine. I mean, I just I
Especially
know.
because you're on carpet.
I know.
Yeah, it's just smart.
But so he wanted me to check. So okay, so everything's good there. I checked his other RAM stick. I put him back in the 2 and 4. I still have not heard a single beep. No beeps.
Good.
And I just turned it off. But right before you told me to call you, I just turned his computer off. I had it on for about 10 minutes. No beep, nothing. Both RAM sticks are in now, and so that rules that out. RAMs are fine. DIMMs are fine.
Yeah, I didn't think it was RAM.
But his fucking funny thing is, if you look here on the stream, I don't know if you're looking, but
Yeah, I'm looking.
I got two sides of blue cable. SATA's on both sides. You know why? Because this dum-dum mounted his 2 terabyte other hard drive backwards.
Oh.
So I had to take off the back plate of it and get behind the motherboard to plug in his other hard drive to check if it's okay, which I just figured out is okay. So his 2 terabyte regular hard drive is fine. So now he brought up his other 640 gig hard drive now that I'm going to test.
Right.
And then, yeah, I mean, his system's fine, dude. It's peachy keen, dude.
Nice.
I
Feels
just
good.
wish it was my system that was fine.
Yeah. We'll get it.
Hey, I just went up, what, like 5 or 6 followers in this stream so far, bro?
Dude, I told you it's a good idea, man.
And this one guy, my new follower, I am Lorax, is the shit, dude. He's a new computer builder, but I don't know if you've seen it. He was typing in chat, but he even said I was amazing, man. But I've been helping him out.
That's
He's been
awesome.
giving me information.
Yeah.
I've literally dropped his total cost for his computer that he's gonna buy for almost $1,100 just by telling him what to go for and shit. He's already at $800.
Yeah, I see him chatting in here. Yeah, I kept the stream up, by the way, so
Oh, okay, cool. I appreciate it.
no problem, dude.
But I don't know. I seem to be getting a decent amount of people today now. I'm actually kind of a geek to see the analytics after I get off.
Right.
And it seems, I don't know, I like this a lot better. I can be interactive with the chat. I mean, my ADD's kicking in, and I'm not getting my actual task done, but I'm answering all the questions and doing that, and yada yada. Just
Right.
talking, being informative.
Yeah, dude. That's what you want, man. Even if you don't completely maybe finish, you wanna connect with people and try to help them so they wanna show up.
Right, and now I hit the good old 80. I am almost 20. I'm 20 away from my good old 100 follower mark.
That boy.
So I got his hard drive now plugged in, and I kept the cords on the backside to where he's got his dum-dum retarded setup plugged in. I'm just gonna keep it back there. So I plugged in his hard drive, sent it in there. Now I'm gonna turn the system back on. Again, we're gonna be looking for beeps, any kind of motherboard codes, and we're just gonna look at the screen and see what happens. So now, like I said, there should be no power source plugged in while you're working, and it was turned off. So now it's time to plug it back in. Now that I'm done working and plugging everything in. Okay, it clicks. For the power supplies, now I'm getting power. Turn the system on. Okay. That beep, again, is the normal beep when a computer turns on.
Right.
But the beep after that, the one that we were looking for that we have not heard yet today, is it's beep, not beep. So it's a little longer. It's weird.
Yeah.
But no issues so far at all. But that could have been also if it was a graphics card issue like I thought it was, or the hard drive, it could still have been beeping for motherboard code that those were faulty, right?
Yeah. It just says beeps are just like help. I need help.
Yeah, help. It's not telling you, but I need help.
Yeah, I mean you can decode the beeps and it'll tell you, but yeah, that's basically what beeps are. Is it saying I need help?
Help! I've fallen and can't get up. Beep.
Right.
Beep. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like my solid state's taking a little longer this time to load up. I don't know if he's got anything on that hard drive, so that might be a thing. But yeah, so far so good. Nothing. I mean, I'm glad to know that I just spent my money on the power supply and it's fine. I'm just scared that I have to buy a fucking motherboard and wait for that now. I think I'm gonna have to.
Right.
I don't know why my Windows is on this computer is not loading up, but we'll wait. We're still waiting to see. But I don't know if Windows was, like I said, I don't know what is on his other hard drive or if it was cleared off or not. But it's taking
Do
a
you have
while to load.
peripherals? Do you have any peripherals plugged in?
Yeah, I have my mouse and keyboard on my lap and shit. Other mouse over here.
No, into that computer.
Yeah. That's what I mean. I have my other keyboard in my lap and my other mouse right next to me, closer. So I got my mouse here. The other mouse is behind the computer here. To skip
I do
disk
know
check.
that
Hey, hold on.
What?
Fixing E drive. So that would be E, which was also the last drive, the 2 terabyte. So E is now being replaced by the 640. So there's an issue with the 640. So it's saying it's fixing it right now, and it's saying it's going to take 43 fucking minutes to fix it, and I ain't about that. I know you guys said it could be my case, but if that's the case, and you see what I did there, it could also be the motherboard. Because the case was fine, is what we figured out. Me and my dad were talking about. Because right before I used his parts, my motherboard was still receiving power when I would turn the on button on in my case. You know what I'm saying? You can kind of get what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying, Andy? Like,
Yeah.
with my parts, there was still power being received when I had everything plugged in correctly. But now when I put his motherboard in, there's no power being received. We swap out power supplies. That's not the case, but it's still not receiving power to mine. So I'm thinking it's a dead motherboard.
Right.
I don't know how much he cares about this 640 gig hard drive, but I mean, it's fixing it maybe right now.
The stream keeps buffering, by the way. I don't know why.
Buffering? You sure it's not on your end?
I mean, it could be 100%, but I can hear you through Discord just fine.
Well, Discord and Twitch takes up a lot more of your shit. I never get any. Do you what browser do you use?
Firefox?
You should totally get the new one. It's for gamers. Opera GX. It's really fucking good. Like, it's got an ad blocker built in. It's got a VPN, free VPN built in, and it's got all these little tuner thingies that you can go in the settings. Like, it's really easy to get to, and it looks flashy, but it's for gamers, and you can tone down how much power is being used by your browsers. And since I've had it on this computer, I've never once had a fucking loading thingy for any stream. So, and I recommend it. Opera GX. This isn't a sponsorship. I wish it was, but it's not.
Yeah, I think that might be on your end. I don't know. I just refreshed.
Well,
and it
I'm not
kept doing-
getting. I'm not. It's not me because I'm not seeing. It's not telling me I'm dropping any. I have no dropped frames or whatever. No
Yeah.
drop.
Okay.
So. But yeah, dude, holy shit! I got the best interactive stream I've had so far is right now.
Right.
And I'm like on top of the world right now, dude.
Hell yeah. That's good.
I love
I
how
gotta watch this video real quick.
43 minutes. What? Woo! This computer and that light on right on me, dude, is hot as fuck. I'm gonna take a quick intermission and go sit over at the other table, and you know what I mean, Jordan?
Yeah, you're all good. I'm watching this video anyway. Go for it.
It's so hot up in this bitch.
I don't know how to make this wingsuit in RuneScape. I gotta watch a video.
Do I now?
I need a wingsuit in RuneScape, and I don't know how to make it, so I gotta watch this video.
Oh, you're good. I'm just making noise. Ah! All right. Try game.
so-
Gaming, absolute.
Right.
Or
So
not gaming,
what I'm
but
thinking is
operating,
that
What
the
now?
computer that you're trying to fix is falling and is making your stream lag.
How is it pulling? There's no internet.
I don't know. That's my only guess, though.
Yeah. Ah, you're here. Welcome. And he's back, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, that's what it
Plus, it's probably easier to be interactive, huh?
I need to make this into 2 videos then. Since we already have this will be the second part of the video. So the second part of the video, we've already fixed your shit. Well, this is what's going on right now. I don't know if it really matters. Your 2 terabyte hard drive is fine.
Yeah, that's good to go.
Beautiful.
Great.
This is your 640.
Okay.
And I mean, it looks old.
I figured that it might be broke, so it's no.
I
big
mean,
deal.
if you're well, I mean, it's saying ETA about an hour and a half.
I'm surprised you got it further than I did when I tried to mess around with it.
Well, like I said, it's when you have another hard drive that's reliably plugged in and it's got an operating system, like my 240 specifically for
the
operating.
640 probably has an OS on it.
Well, then that's probably why it shouldn't have tried loading, and that's why it's probably fixing it right now.
Okay.
I could have probably loaded it from mine somehow. But right now, this is what it popped up as soon as it loaded. It was taking a while for it to load. It was just on the Windows part, and it did absolutely
Well,
nothing.
is this bad if you stop in the middle of?
I don't know. That's why I haven't.
Okay.
But I don't know how much you give a shit about this 640.
Not super.
But you have literally
lot,
a
but
2
like-
fucking terabyte. But it would be good
But
to
like,
have an
it'd be
extra
nice to
terabyte.
pull the stuff off of it if it like.
Works.
Yeah.
Well, it's gonna be a while.
I don't want to hold your stream up though.
What do you mean? Hold it up. I'm having a great time.
I thought you had something to do now.
The only thing I gotta do is fix my computer, and I don't think I can. I think it's motherboard.
You really think so?
I do. Because how else are we gonna test it? Like I was literally diagnosing it while I was talking out loud here. All your parts and my parts are working in your system. Okay. So
That That sucks though. That old motherboard took a shit.
Yeah, because between then and now, something must have happened, dust on it or something, or the way or, I don't know, maybe just your fingers when you took it out, something or another from when it was working till now, it is not.
Yeah.
But what I want to save is that CPU, because I don't know. Again, if it's the motherboard, I don't know. The next thing would be to test that CPU, which I don't know. I don't have. I don't know if I can test it on that.
You need an
motherboard.
11.
Yeah, it's 1150 socket. I know, but I want to keep that CPU because that's a good CPU, or at least like a solid one, enough one. But yeah, just gonna keep that and just buy a motherboard for that CPU. But I would like to make sure that CPU works somehow. But
What socket is that?
1150.
Try it.
I mean, but it's the same thing. But I remember everything in that system is pre-built.
But that 1150 should still fit. If it's
And when it's
they're the
raised
same
up like that, it should lock in like that, and even to the back of that. Like,
yeah, it'll be fine
I think it will.
as long as it's the right socket set.
Well, after this stream and all that shit, after we get so I guess my first computer stream will be yours, and I think it's been pretty successful so far. Everything's working fine. Like I said, I mean, I know you're having me check this other hard drive. This is the only issue, but that we're figuring out last. But everything else is running great. Like I had it at your computer on for about 10-15 minutes straight. Nothing, no beep, nothing.
That's what's up. I
Not a
appreciate
single-
it, man.
But what you're gonna have to do when you test it is play it. Just play it, and keep an eye on like your hardware. Like keep Task Manager up, or Afterburner, or whatever you got for system monitoring. Keep that up and watching as you're gaming. But again, listen for the beeps. But if there's no beeps and nothing like that, and nothing spiking in your hardware, I think you're good, dude. I mean, because I think it was that hard drive for sure, and this, or your other graphics card at 1650. Shit, even then. Well, no, because it still happened when I put my hard drive in when you turned it on.
It beeped.
No, because remember, which part were we at when we swapped out parts, and it's still when you turned it on? Is that what before we swapped anything out?
Well, we couldn't get it to turn on with my old hard drive, so you put your hard drive in. Just
And
to
it
get
turned
to
on.
boot.
So with your graphics card, that was still okay, that's what it was. So yeah, your graphics card and your hard drive, that had to have been it. That's it. And so what your computer probably could have been doing is that beep code was screaming at you about your faulty GPU and hard drive. No, so. And I think because I did a A-okay job, I cracked my beer.
They let you drink on stream.
What?
They let you drink on
People get drunk as fuck on stream.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Andy's back in the call.
He echoes a little bit on your stream, just so you know.
Does he echo? Because it's probably
just a little bit.
the voice from here is probably picking up because I don't have the filter set correctly on the mic, so where it's not picking up because I have him coming through the TV, so we can both hear, so it's not just my headset.
No, that's probably
I still
on
gotta
my
tune
end.
that. You said what?
I said that's probably my end.
No, it's my end, dude, for sure. This is my microphone picking up behind it. The
Yeah,
TV.
because I have it broadcasting on my TV at home, and that's when I noticed.
I figured it's not. I don't have my shit perfectly set up yet, but I've been getting there.
I was just letting you know.
No, I know. I'm glad. I like to hear feedback like this, so I know to change it. But yeah, but Jordan became my 80th follower.
That's what's up.
20 away from 100. That's my goal right now.
It's gonna take forever. Damn.
Well, I find it fucking funny though. You mounted it backwards.
Which was mounted back?
This hard drive, you have it backwards. It's facing the back.
Was it actually plugged in though?
Yes.
Are you sure?
You have it fucking. It's literally what I looked at it and was like, oh.
Oh, you mean that you like it facing this way?
Yeah, you want it. Oh, so you're trying to do
I
that
like
to
the
face.
sending
Oh,
through the back.
oh, okay. I'm gonna say to make it easier, you could just have it facing.
It
this
is
way
way
to work.
easier, but
Oh, you
know,
did it in that sense. Okay, because I've been sitting here.
Looks-wise.
I've been sitting here laughing at it because I
looks
figured.
wise, it hides
Okay,
it.
so now I know your reasoning, so that makes sense. But I was still laughing.
I'm still awful at cable management though.
Me
so-
too, dude. Don't worry about it.
But I do try.
Well, trying. You try it on the hard drive too. Well, I didn't really I didn't get that. So I mean, that makes sense though. But still, I thought it was funny. So my power supply works.
Yes.
My graphics card works. Everything works. That motherboard still works.
Well, I'll have some free time.
At least it receives power.
It does receive power, yeah. I have some free time this weekend.
And I'm probably just gonna get an order motherboard then for this CPU.
I'll leave that here.
I'm gonna try to do if I can find some like next day shipping or some bullshit.
I'm gonna be big sad if this doesn't work.
Don't you have a slot for it?
Yeah.
Then you
But if
should.
it
Then you
doesn't
should be big happy.
Maybe I'll get lucky though and I'll get another shitty product.
You got it from Best Buy again?
Fuck yeah, dude. You know how much credit I have there right now?
A lot.
Fuck yeah.
Well, I guess that works.
I just took back 2 parts today.
And guess what? Your RAM is fine.
Yeah?
Yeah, I kind of was confused when you first mentioned me, like when you texted me. I was like, wait, what are you talking about? Oh yeah, because like I felt like I could almost get it in, but I didn't want to bend your RAM.
Yeah, I didn't know if it would.
But I got them lined up.
I'd just take the fan off if I was gonna.
You could do that.
I have enough money to get more RAM too.
And when you do that, then take off the fan because right now at